So I saw War of the Planet of the Apes again, and this again is my uncut, uncensored podcast style review. How do I like it? Well, let me say it this way. Thursday, when I came out from the movie, I was really emotionally affected by it, and I sat down. I think about this movie. I couldn't pinpoint one scene that I can cut out. It's that good. So Friday, I was still thinking about this movie and some of the scenes that affect me emotionally. And today I decided to rewatch this movie again to see if it is as good as I thought to be. And I came out and I can say this is the best movie I've seen this year. Um, it has a great story. It has memorable, amazing characters. Special effect is amazing, and the music is brilliant. And what else? It has a great ending. So first of all, let me get to the plot. I really like the story setup. The pacing is slow, but there's a lot of tension. There is a lot of sequences instead of moments. Every single action, there's a cause and a consequence, and every single consequence is linked with the next cause and consequence. Everything is chained up so well that if you twitched a single thing in the plot, it will not be whole. It's just the entire movie is just the one gigantic sequence. The film also has some amazing cinematography. One of the scene I really like is one of the battle scene I really liked was at first the human pushback. The human were attacking the apes, and the camera had an overhead shot, and then we see the camera zoom from down to up. It's a one long overhead take, and all you hear is the human's gunshot and the scream and the corpses of the apes. You know the apes is in deep trouble. And then when the apes counterattack, you hear scream from a distance. And then when you see the apes, there there's another overhead shot, and it's the same direction from apes' perspective. They're pushing from down to up now. And you see the arrows flying down from the air, and you see the human scream. Everything is done. There's too long take, and you see everything, and you know this war has no winner, and that set up the tone for the entire movie. The acting was amazing. It was some of the best acting I've seen from both motion capture and real life actors. In terms of like motion capture, Andy Serkis was definitely the master. Every he doesn't need to speak any words. Every emotion you can just tell from his facial expression. Some people say the reason why motion capture never won an Oscar is because you don't know where CGI ends. Well, I can tell you this. If you twitch a single facial muscle, it won't look natural. That's the basic law of special effects. And if you've seen some behind the scene work, you can see like the actor's face was perfectly captured. Because, for example, like in real life, if you shot somebody with muscle, that's why sometimes when people say like, oh, this CGI character look fake, that's because we can tell if it's fake. If you manipulate the natural flow of the action, our eyes will not deceive you. But here, the motion, you feel everything is natural because it is natural. It is their faces. It's just motion. It's just put it on another face. But every single muscle was there. And the human characters were really good too. Woody Harrelson, I think that's his name. He played the main villain Colonel. Some of the dialogues gave was really bone chilling. That is not something I've seen in the longest time. I haven't heard any people who can make me have such a bone chill. And when I was hearing some of the things he said, I believe him, and I know I know he has his point. And some of the action he does, I was wondering if I'm in the same situation, would I be what would I do? Like I can right now some of the things we do. What I'm trying to say is right now it's really hard, but in that environment, that we have some really hard choices. Other live actor I really like was the little girl. Some people say one of the biggest complaint people asked me was, why is she here? She doesn't need a presence. And my reaction was, no. I feel like her presence was very important. For such a young actress, she doesn't have much dialogue. In fact, she doesn't have any. She expressed herself from her eyes and her emotions and her physical actions. She was crucial to Caesar's struggle in his mind. The movie is called War, but I feel like this war is more going on with Caesar. It's the battle between himself. Throughout the film, Caesar have was haunted by visions of Koba. So he was afraid that one day he could become like Koba. If Koba was his demon, Nova was his angel. And the things she does in the film, it was little, but it has impact to all the characters around her, from one of the bodyguard Luca to Maurice, who I really liked in this film. I'm not gonna get too much into him, but I think Maurice was really amazing. Ape, and Caesar. I feel like her action to Caesar was I feel like throughout the film she had a big impact on Caesar. And so no, I don't think her character is important. In fact, I think she is one of the most important characters in the entire movie. Everyone is. You take away anyone in the film, and it would not be whole. Music, amazing. It provoked an emotional response. As seeing the movie, it give me exactly what I need. The music is perfect. Some people say it's emotionally manipulative, and so what? That's what music's supposed to do. I listen to Star Wars. When I listen to Star Wars, the opening credit scene, I was really excited. It pumped me up. Avengers, the theme from Alan Silvestri, it's great. Dark Knight from Hans Zimmer, that dark, brewing, energetic sound. I loved it. It makes me excited. Edward Scissorhand, that music is really really sad, brings tears to my eyes. And yes, they are emotionally manipulative, and so what? That's what music's supposed to do. I loved it. Um, and one other complaint was the movie was really slow paced. And as I mentioned, it is slow because it's slowly building up to something that is significant. Every single scene is filled with tension and drama, and that's the way I liked it. Not everything has to have big explosions. Sometimes some things audiences, especially when I came out cinema, I hear people say a lot of things like, yeah, the movie is slow. Oh, there's not a lot of action. I was like, what do you expect? That's what good movies should have. If a movie had too much action, it's not gonna be whole. Save for one movie, Mad Max. But that movie has a purpose. Every single action in that movie has a purpose. There's a rhythm in the chaos. That's the only exception. Good movies like Avenger. Yeah, let's talk about Avenger a little bit. Everyone likes that movie. Does it have a lot of action? Not really. In the middle, in fact, it's all about dialogue. It's about character development, their conflicts, and that makes the ending action so significant because you see everyone comes together. Wonder Woman, there's only 2 or 3 action set pieces throughout the entire movie, but it's not boring. You see her character grow. Because frankly, I don't understand how some of the viewers think. I had one friend, I'm not gonna put names on it. He really likes the Wolverine movie. And I was like, okay, you like the Wolverine. He said like, yeah, I like Wolverine slashing. And I was asking him about Logan. He said, I really hate Logan. I was asking why. He said, Logan doesn't have any actions. I was like, it has character development. And he said, why do we need to care? I was like, don't you go into the movie to see good story development? And he said, no, I just came to see hack and slash. And he said like the whole family dynamic in Logan was very unnecessary. I was really massively disappointed by his reaction. Frankly, he's not the only one. I had people loving loving the Transformers last night, and they were cheering up and down, which makes me feel really sad. I understand why they got excited for movies like this, but it's the action like this that's we're not getting good movies. That's why we're getting Transformers movie every single year. Not every single year, every couple years. Movies like Transformers, movies like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like those are enjoyable movies, but they are not good movies. Um, and The Mummy, people think, oh, they like seeing more action set pieces. Oh, they like Tom Cruise. Let's feed them that. They're treating us like idiots because we're allowing them to treat like idiots. Don Walker once said, "We're not responsible for this. The studios are responsible to give us good movies." I don't think so because what we like, we support Transformers, and we're gonna get we pay money to see Transformers. People enjoy Transformers, and we're gonna get more movies like Transformers. People don't want to see people don't want to see slow movies. That's why we don't usually get War of the Planet of the Apes or Logan, because these movies takes time to make. The script takes time to develop. Marvel movies, DC movies, movies, Transformers movie, how especially Transformers movie. I know like for a fact Revenge of the Fallen, the second one was dog sex, and then Transformers testicles take a very short time to develop. You know why I noticed that? Because this movie came up right on the verge of writer's guild strike, which probably they was like, oh, we need to get this movie up, so let's hurry up with the writing, and that's why we got shitty movies. War of the Planet of the Apes, according to director Matt Reeves, it takes him 3 years to develop. 3 years. Logan takes 2 years to develop. Good movies take a long time to develop, and we need to have the patience to appreciate it. But unfortunately, most of the audiences I see, most of the friends I see, doesn't have that patience. And I understand why. Because most people, they're casual viewers. They came to the movies just to enjoy spectacles or just to enjoy a really straightforward story. But that's the main reason why we're not getting good movies. Good movie doesn't have to be an Oscar bait movie. You can see good movies every day. Like you can just observe movies come, and frankly, Oscar bait movies, they're not usually good movies. Arrival, I feel like that movie is overrated. I feel like that movie is trying to grab an Oscar. Nocturnal Animals is a good movie, but it has some serious narrative issues. This movie is almost perfect because this things there's a natural progression, and every single build up and comes to that. And there was some moments where there is one scene where people consider cheesy, but but it's actually pretty effective. You just have to pay attention to what happened. I'm not gonna review what it is, but yeah. So to wrap it up, I'm gonna give it an 8.9 out of a 10. This is the best grade I can possibly give to a movie that I just saw. And if I see it a couple more times, I'll probably give it a 9 out of a 10. So yeah, I am planning. Probably I'm gonna do a spoiler review with it, but that's probably when it's left the cinema and when the DVD comes out. That's when I'm probably gonna do it. Otherwise, I would encourage you guys to see it. The whole reason why I'm doing this non-spoiler is because I want you guys, whoever is watching this video, to go right now and support this movie, because we need to vote with our wallet, and we need to see more movies like this. And when I say this is the best film of the year, I am not just I'm not just doing this with hot-headedly. I thought about this movie deeply, and that's the conclusion. So these are all I can say about this movie, and I think this is a great movie. Also, Castle in the Sky will be my next video. So if you like this video, please click subscribe, and if you think I'm good, you're pretty good too.